Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Azwami Halim. My number metric is 2023 114 177. I will present Bmw financial statement. I will present with Rashdan bin Rozaimi dan Lufi Ashraf bin Rozalman. Okay. Next, we move to Rashdan.
Hello, my name is Rashdan Berozmi. Okay, introduction. In the automobile business, BMW, also known as Bayerische Motorenwerk AG, is well-known German luxury car manufacturer that has constantly embodied innovation, performance and elegance. Since its founding in 1916, BMW has grown to become a worldwide symbol for producing cars that expertly combine state-of-the-art technology with a dedication to providing a driving experience that is unmatched. The company, along with Mercedes-Benz and Audi, has made a name for itself as one of the German Big Three luxury automakers. Its headquarters are in Munich, Germany. BMW unique emblem honors its company past as a manufacturer of aircraft engine before branching out into automobiles with a stylized depiction of a spinning propeller. Next is liquidity ratio. First is current ratio. A higher current ratio generally indicates a better ability to meet short-term obligations based on the analysis of 2021, with 1.43 times is higher than in 2022. That means higher ratio in 2022 reflects its ability to pay short-term obligation on time compared to year 2021. Next is quick ratio. Quick ratio, also known as the acid test ratio, is a more straightened measure of liquidity as it excludes inventory from current assets. A higher quick ratio suggests a company has a strong ability to meet short-term obligations. Based on the analysis, 2021 had 1.2 ratio compared to 2022, which is 1.11. That's make BMW had a high ratio in 2021. BMW has a strong ability in 2021 rather than 2022 in meet short-term obligation without relying on inventory. Last but not least is net working capital. Net working capital represents the difference between a company's current asset and current liability. It is an important measure of a company's short-term liquidity. In year 2021, BMW had a net working capital of 13,580 million compared in 2022, which is 11,194 million. That's make BMW had more funds available in 2021 rather than 2022.
Okay, next we move to activity ratio. Firstly is inventory turnover. Inventory turnover is the rate that inventory stock is sold or used and replaced. A higher ratio tends to point to strong sale and lower 1 to weak sale. Based on the analysis, BMW had a 9.92 ratio in year 2021 compared to year 2022, which is a 10.85 ratio. That make BMW have a higher ratio in year 2022 that reflect the effectiveness of inventory to generate sale compared to year 2021, which had a lower ratio. Next, we move to total asset turnover. Total asset turnover is a financial ratio that measures the efficiency of a company's use of its assets in generating sales revenue or sales income to the company. In year 2021, BMW had a higher 1.3681 ratio than year 2022, 1.3677, that make BMW reflect the effectiveness of total assets to generate sale in 2021 compared to 2022. Okay, next we move to fixed assets turnover. The fixed assets turnover ratio measures how efficiently a company utilizes its fixed assets, such as property, plant, and equipment, to generate sales. A higher ratio indicates better utilization of fixed assets in generating sales revenue. In this case, BMW has a significantly higher fixed assets turnover ratio 7.06 in 2022 compared to 2021, just 6.95. This indicates that BMW in year 2022 is more effective in utilizing its fixed assets to generate sales, while in 2021 may have lower efficiency in this aspect. And next, average collection period. Average collection period is the amount of time it takes for a business to receive payment owned by its client in terms of account receivable. Companies use the average collection period to make sure they have enough cash on hand to meet their financial obligation. In year 2022, BMW had 4.23 days average collection period compared to year 2021 that only had 3.08 days. This implies that BMW may have difficulties in collection in debts, potentially leading to cash flow problems in year 2022, while in year 2021, BMW has a shorter average collection period, indicating better debt collection efficiency. Okay, next we move to leverage ratio. Firstly, the debt ratio. The term debt ratio refers to a financial ratio that measures the extent of a company's leverage. The debt ratio is defined as the ratio of total debt to total assets, expressed as decimal or percentage. Based on the result of ratio analysis in 2021 and 2022, BMW company in 2021 has higher debt ratio, which is 48.61% compared to year 2022 with 46.22%. BMW has a higher amount of debt to finance asset in year 2021. However, in year 2022, BMW has a lower debt and it will not have difficulty in raising additional borrowing compared in year 2021. Okay, next we move to debt equity ratio. Debt equity ratio is a leverage ratio that calculates the weight of total debt and financial liabilities against total shareholder equity. In year 2021, show a lower amount of percentage, which is 33.27% compared this year. In year 2022, 35.69%. Next, we move to time interest earned. Time interest earned ratio is a measure of company ability to meet its debt obligation based on its current income. From the statement above, BMW show a higher time in 2021 with 4.54 times compared in year 2022 with 3.92 times. BMW company indicate that the firm can meet loan requirements and lower the risk of default in 2022.
My name is Lutfi Ashraf. Now I will explain about profitability ratio. Profitability ratio are financial metrics that assess a company's ability to generate profits and measure its overall profitability. These ratios are commonly used by investor, analysis, and management to evaluate the financial performance and efficiency of a business. Profitability ratio provide insights into how affects. Now we move to gross profit margin. The gross profit margin is the percentage of the company's revenue that exceeds its cost of goods sold. It measures the ability of a company to generate revenue from the costs involved in production. The gross profit margin is calculated by subtracting the cost of goods sold from revenue. Based on gross profit margin, BMW has a higher amount of percentage in 2021 with 80.35% compared to year 2022 with 17.36%. BMW company indicates a higher contribution margin that leads to lower risk in 2021. Next, we move to operating profit margin. Operating profit margin is a ratio that shows how much profit a company makes from its operation before tax and interest charge. It is calculated by dividing the operating profit by total revenue and expressing it as a percentage. The operating profit margin for the year 2021 is 7.61%, while in year 2022 is 8.76%. In year 2022 indicates better productivity rather than year 2021. Next is net profit margin. The net profit margin, or simply net margin, measure how much net income or profit is generated as a percentage of revenue. It is the ratio of net profits to revenues for a company or business segment. In year 2022 showed a higher amount of percentage with 6.39% compared to year 2021 with 5.55%. Overall, in year 2022 indicates better income to shareholder with 6.39%. For the return on total asset, return on total asset is a ratio that measures a company's earning before interest and taxes relative to its total net assets. It is defined as the ratio between net income and total average assets, or the amount of financial or operational income a company receives in a financial year as compared to the average of that company's total asset. In year 2021 showed up 7.59% of ROTA, while in year 2022 is 8.74%. In year 2022 is better in management's efficiency in using asset compared to year 2021. Next, we move to return on common equity. Return on common equity, or we call it as ROCE, is a ratio that measures the return that common shareholders receive on their investment in a company. BMW had a return on common equity with 15.68% in 2021, while 15.47% in 2022. BMW company indicates a higher return to shareholders in year 2021 rather than year 2022. In summary, BMW appears to have better liquidity and a stronger ability to meet its short-term obligation in year 2021 compared to year 2022. In year 2021, BMW has higher current and quick ratio and a larger net working capital, indicating a more favorable liquidity position. On the other hand, BMW has lower ratio and comparatively smaller net working capital in year 2022, suggesting potential challenges in meeting short-term obligation. In activity ratio, year 2022 demonstrated better performance in terms of inventory turnover, fixed asset utilization, indicating more efficient activity ratio. However, year 2021 showed a stronger performance in average collection period and total asset turnover, suggesting better utilization of total asset to generate sales. Other than that, for leverage ratio in year 2021 has a higher debt ratio and a lower debt equity ratio compared to year 2022. This indicates that Bmw in year 2021 relies more on debt financing to finance its asset and operation, while Bmw in year 2022 has a lower level of debt and is able to raise additional borrowing more easily. Additionally, in year 2021 has a higher times interest earn ratio, indicating its ability to meet its debt obligation based on its current income and lower risk of default. Lastly, profitability ratio indicates that Bmw in year 2021 has a higher gross profit margin, indicating a more efficient use of resources and lower risk. They also have a higher operating profit margin, suggesting better productivity. In year 2022, Bmw has a significantly higher net profit margin, indicating better income to shareholders. Additionally, in year 2022, Bmw has a higher return on total asset, showing greater efficiency in asset utilization. However, in 2021, Bmw has a slightly higher return on common equity, indicating a higher return to shareholders. That's all from me.